Hi guy, my name is David. Today we will talk about The Bold and the Beautiful spoiler update on Tuesday, August 11th, teases that Wyatt Spencer and Flo Fulton will remain in their blissful bubble. With Sally Spectra out of the way, Wyatt is free to focus solely on Flo and their future together. Flo and Wyatt will continue to have fun connecting as they savor every moment together. Of course, it won't be long before more dramatic hits for Wyatt and Flo, presumably courtesy of Shauna Fulton. Once word of Shauna and Ridge Forrester's wedding gets out, he is sure it will eventually drag Flo. Wyatt might get caught up in some Fulton women's chaos along the way, so he might as well enjoy Tuesday bliss with Flo while he can. As for Ridge, he'll have to dig a little. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Ridge will most likely get in touch with Carter Walton and anyone else who can verify Shauna's claims. Shauna insisted that Ridge filed divorce papers in Las Vegas prior to their marriage, so she'll soon get evidence that the papers were actually filed. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say the wedding officiant, David Lawrence 17, will eventually bring a wave of memories for Ridge. It looks like Ridge may be looking for some details and reviving his memory, but he won't get the full picture anyway. This is because Sean and Quinn Forrester are keeping some huge secrets. In Tuesday's BB episode, Quinn will praise Shauna for embellishing her story and adding that she needs to keep quiet about the truth. According to Quinn, no one will ever know what they did. It is unknown what is, but it appears that Ridge has unknowingly fallen into a marriage trap. Quinn may have helped set it all in motion with Shauna's collaboration. Despite a sudden burst of panic, Shauna promises to be amazed at the real version of events. Although Shauna will feel guilty on some level, she will have a strong reason to keep her mouth shut. Shauna will definitely want to keep Ridge as her new husband. As for Brooke Forrester, she won't be happy with Ridge's new wife. The shocking one headed for Brooke this week, so stay tuned. We will roll out updates as more BB information arrives. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that some explosive moments are in store as Ridge continues to deal with the aftermath of the new marriage. Still, her claim that Katie was as true a friend as I've ever had rang hollow to me. When were they actually friends? Sally confided in Katie about her condition a few times, but that was about it. I wish we could have kept Sally on and gradually restored her to the feisty Spectra she was when she first showed up in her yellows and stripes. She became as dull as her wardrobe did. And that's truly a soap tragedy. CBS, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers show Katrina Bowden, Flo Fulton, has got some bomb dance moves. While she may not be flipping people upside down like co-star Darren Brooks, Wyatt Spencer, she has something else going on. She also has the best partner ever, as she holds her dog and dances, shakes it around outside. She recorded the video and uploaded it to her Instagram page with the following caption. Some fans began commenting, "Great moves, yeah, you are really carrying the team here, open mouth smile, you are crazy. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, love it. Adorable, and I'm so happy to see Flo and Wyatt back together, they make such a beautiful TV couple, adorable. Heart, and I give you guys a 10. Hooray dog dancer. She has definitely got some moves, and it's nice to see people out and about." Thankfully, The Bold and the Beautiful has been back on for a month and The Young and the Restless returns today. It's been a good few months and getting back to normal. We're happy to get back to our current storylines. Donna Logan and Brooke Forrester talked about how Brooke was soon headed to New York to see Bridget Forrester even though she and Ridge Forrester had just reunited. The topic of Shauna Fulton came up, with Brooke saying that perhaps now Shauna and her bestie Quinn Forrester would realize that nothing they can do will come between her and Ridge again soon. Bridget called Brooke saying that she was called in to work at the hospital, so Brooke cancelled her plans to go to New York. Brooke decided that she'd plan a big surprise for Ridge later that evening at her place. "Ridge is moving back into my place today, and I'm going to give him a surprise, one that he'll never forget," Brooke said with a smile. At the Forrester mansion, Shauna told a stunned Ridge that she was so happy, and hoped that Ridge felt the same about their marriage. Eric Forrester piped up, saying that Ridge couldn't possibly be married to Shauna. Shauna said it was true, and that she meant every one of her vows, and that she had proof. Quinn looked pleased as punch as she sat on the couch and took everything in that Shauna was saying. Shauna whipped out a folder from the wedding chapel and Ridge opened it up and looked at the pictures inside. Ridge asked who had taken the pictures, and Shauna replied, "The minister." Quinn said that they probably looked very much in love in the pictures, prompting a glare from Eric. Ridge then said that they couldn't be married because he was already married to Brooke. Quinn and Shauna shared a knowing look. After some back and forth about how they were drinking heavily and hit the Vegas Strip for a night of fun, Ridge again said that he was married to Brooke. "No, you're not," Shauna said. "There's divorce papers." Quote. Ridge said the divorce papers hadn't been filed, but Shauna said she filed the divorce papers the night she was in Las Vegas. "You ended your marriage to Brooke that night," Shauna said confidently. "I'm your wife. We are Mr. and Mrs. Ridge Forrester." At the Cliff House, Thomas Forrester visited Steffi Forrester, surprising her as she walked out of Kelly Spencer's room. Thomas had brought Steffi's favorite ice cream and they talked about how Thomas had spent time with Douglas Forrester. Thomas asked how Steffi really was and Steffi said he was doing okay but not great. Thomas wept, saying that Steffi was lucky to be alive and that he had a lot to compensate for. Thomas then asked about Steffi's pain, and she said it hurt if he moved the wrong way or took something heavy. Thomas wondered how Steffi fared with Kelly, and Steffi said she just had to be careful. Thomas urged Steffi to take her pain pills and Steffi said she only had one pill left. Thomas soon got a message from Vinnie Walker and had to go. Steffi called Dr. John Finnegan on his cell phone, who was happy to get Steffi's call. Steffi said she was almost out of painkillers and Finn asked what Steffi's pain level was like. Steffi said he was still quite in pain and was suffering from episodes of severe pain. Finn said it was time to get off on a high ibuprofen dosage. Steffi agreed to do it. Finn said it was great to see Steffi out of the hospital and that he enjoyed it when he went to see him. Steffi agreed that she had fun too. Finn noticed he was never too busy for Steffi, and Steffi promised to be in touch. Both Steffi and Finn smiled as they finished the conversation. Back at the hospital, Steffi took to heart that old drug ad, "I don't have time for pain." He had decided that his new superpower was strengthening his wounds, no matter how high the threshold was. "It seems strange to me. I mean, how many times has Steffi been hospitalized now?" ATV overturns, collisions on the ski slopes, the first skid of the bike. Steffi has never resisted drugs before. Dr. Finnegan had to tell Ridge to make sure Steffi was taking his meds, and there was an implication that Ridge experienced a fractured rib. I had to check. According to his character profile, Ridge has been beaten in many other ways in 3 decades, but there is no trace of rib injuries. So, I'm not sure where it came from. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe.